Come in. Be with you in 1 second.
Take your time.
Karen.
Hi.
Hi. Come on in.
Well, I can't stay. I just came by to drop this off for you. It's some of your stuff that I guess I packed by mistake when I was leaving.
Oh.
It's just, I think there's like a tie clip in there and some cuff links, some personal effects.
Well, thanks. How are you doing?
Fine.
Really?
Yes, I'm going to be okay, Thorne.
So you're keeping busy?
Oh, yeah, very busy. In fact, I've been taking good care of myself.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
Well, I've been to the gym every single day. I've been working out. And I had a massage this afternoon. Actually, in my living room.
That went rather quickly, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Didn't it go well?
It went all right.
All right, it just went all right.
Well, my intention was to give Brooke another massage, but that's not exactly what happened.
What did happen?
Well, it turns out it wasn't Brooke who scheduled the appointment.
What?
Her friend, Karen Spencer, made the call.
Well, Karen scheduled the massage for Brooke?
No, she scheduled a massage for herself.
Well, you didn't even see Brooke?
It wasn't a wasted effort.
Look, Steve, I have to tell you this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, but something has to be done. Someone has to come between Brooke and Connor Davis, and you've accepted the job, and now I want you to do it. Do you understand? My patience is running thin here. Now, I want some answers. I want you to tell me what happened today. Hello?
Hey, I was wondering when you'd be there. I'll be out in just a minute. Smells good, doesn't it? Pepper steak, your favorite, just the way you like it. Hot and spicy.
Yeah, that's the way, all right.
And for dessert, are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Ta-da! What'll it be? 1 scoop or 2?
Definitely 2.
Connor! What are you doing here?
So this is what Forrester comes home to every night. Not bad.
How dare you walk in this house?
Well, the door was open.
Fine, fine. Leave. Rich will be here any minute.
I don't think so.
I think so. Get out. If he sees you here... Oh, God!
Trust me, Taylor. Ridge is not on his way home.
How do you know that?
Because I drove by Brooke's place on the way over here, and his car was parked outside.
That is why you're here. You're concerned that I might be becoming involved with Connor, and now Steve. I mean, it's very obvious.
No, Logan, believe me, it is not obvious.
Rich, why else would you come storming in here looking for Steve? I didn't even know you knew his name or anything about him, but obviously you do. You've been checking up on me. You can't deny that.
Logan,
Look, it doesn't upset me. Quite the contrary. I am very pleased. You've been wearing your heart on your sleeve these days, darling. Showing me your hand and the rest of the world. The time, Ridge Forrester, has finally come. Our time. Our time to be together. At last.
So you had a massage?
Yes, I did.
Who gave it to you?
A guy.
Anyone I know?
No, I don't believe you do know him.
A professional, I hope.
Oh, yes. He was very professional.
So, tell me about it.
Well,
it was just heavenly.
So he was good, huh?
Oh, was he ever?
So is this somebody that you know, or is this somebody that you just met?
Wow, the questions, Thorne.
Oh, I'm sorry if you don't want to talk about it.
No, I'm just curious why you're so interested.
Karen, I am not now, nor am I ever going to lose my interest in you.
But you're not interested enough to marry me. Just kidding.
Just kidding. So, where did you meet this guy?
Steve, Brooke and I met him at the bikini bar.
And then he came to your apartment and gave you a massage.
Mm-hmm. And he was good. You know, Thorne, you ought to try it.
Thank you, I'll pass. So, tell me, is there something developing with you and this guy?
Would it matter if there was? Well, don't worry. If you are worried. I think he's interested in Brooke.
In Brooke?
Yes, he asked me if I would even put in a good word for him.
Just what Brooke needs, another man in her life.
Well, she could use a man like Steve. He's very sincere, and he could certainly keep her relaxed, which is more than I can say for the other men in her life.
You mean like Connor Davis?
No, I mean like Ridge. She sees him more than ever now.
Oh, well, Karen, he has a baby over there.
It's more than that. Thorne, your brother and his interest in Brooke supersedes that baby.
Well, he's not going to make a move on her, if that's what you're talking about.
Well, maybe not. But he sure has been over there a lot lately. I personally think that Steve would be really good for Brooke.
Oh, and how would you feel about that?
Me?
Yeah, you. Any chemistry with you and this, Steve?
Thorne, I have chemistry with only one man. Just one.
Okay, this is what happened. Brooke and Karen are friends, right?
That's right.
All right, so Brooke's been wondering about me, wondering if I'm sincere. So Karen called, set up an appointment so she could check me out.
And how did that go?
I think she'll give Brooke a very positive report. Now, believe it or not, Eric, strategically, this could be a very good thing.
Seeing Karen.
Sure. She's Brooke's best friend. Who better to help me get close to her?
You got this all figured out, don't you?
I think so.
Well, you don't, Steve. Do you know who Karen was living with until about 2 days ago?
Who?
My son, Thorne. Now, you think about the implications of that.
Are you sure that was Ridge's car?
Yes.
What of it?
Did you know he was over at Brooks?
First of all, I really resent that question. And second of all, I don't ask for my husband's itinerary every day.
I'm sorry about that.
You should be.
I guess I was just protecting my own situation.
Your own situation.
Yeah, it might not bother you that Ridge seems to be over at Brooks all the time, but it leaves my stomach tied in knots. I'm falling in love with this woman, and I feel like I'm losing her. And I'm sorry if this hurts you to hear, but I have to say it. I'm losing her to Ridge. I am.
Logan, listen to me.
Oh, I know. I have the wrong idea, right?
Absolutely.
So then why did you come over here, Ridge? Why are you suddenly so concerned about Connor and Steve? You know they're good guys. I mean, you have to know that. And it's not because you're concerned about Bridget either. It's something else. But what is that something else? The only thing I can come up with is that you don't want me seeing other men. Any other men. You haven't denied that, Ridge. You haven't denied it because you can't.
Brooke, you're way off base on this.
Well, then explain it to me, damn it. Why would you just charge in here looking for Steve?
There's a lot going on here that you have no idea about.
Like what?
I can't tell you. Look, I shouldn't really be here now. I was gonna be home an hour ago.
Ridge, look at me. Ridge, I'm not going to take your words and use them against you. I just wouldn't do that. You've got to be honest with me. I know you can't with anybody else, but you can with me. That's very important for you to know. Our conversations are sacred, Ridge. You can tell me anything. Just open up your heart and say it. You should be able to. You need a confidant. Everybody does. I used to be yours. Why can't I continue to be yours? Ridge, please, just tell me what is going on with you. Just tell me.
You don't believe me, do you?
Brooke may very well be in love with Ridge, and he may be the only man that she will ever love. I don't know, Connor. But I can tell you one thing for sure. She will never have Ridge. And I'm totally confident about that.
How can you possibly be?
Because he's my husband. He loves me. We have a very solid marriage.
And yet, Ridge is over at Brooke's 4, maybe 5 times a week.
There's a reason for that.
What reason?
It doesn't involve you, Connor.
It does involve me. How the hell can you say that? Brooke and I are involved.
Well, that's a very one-sided relationship. I don't think Brooke exactly reciprocates those sentiments.
No, she's a lot closer to me than any of you believe.
Well, if that were the case, I don't think you'd be over here, would you?
Okay, yes, I'm looking for support, but I'm here to lend it to you, Taylor. Because despite all of your bravado, this is getting to you. It has to be. This woman is on record. She wants your husband, and Brooke Logan is used to getting what she wants. She is far from a passive player. You telling me that doesn't eat away at you? It has to. Shrink or no shrink, you're still a woman. And your husband is in harm's way constantly, almost daily. I want to help you, Taylor, and I can. But you have to cooperate.
How am I supposed to do that?
Level with me.
About what?
The family secret or secrets.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, let me just give you a clue. It's the Forrester riddle, and it goes something like this. Be nice to Brooke. Keep her happy, satisfied, but at all costs discourage any involvement with Connor Davis. Ring a bell?
My husband is going to be walking through the door any minute now, and when he does, I don't want him seeing you standing here. So I think you had better go now.
You're deliberately ignoring my question.
Yes.
Why? Okay. I will find out why. And you know something, Taylor? I think there's a big part of you that hopes I do. 'Cause I think your life is a hell right now, just like mine. We really could help each other. And if you really do love your husband, you'll call me.
Karen and Thorne were living together?
Yes, and they're still very close.
How close?
Karen's car's in the parking lot. She's probably in Thorne's office right now.
Oh, boy.
Steve, you understand, if she sees you in this building...
Yeah, she'll go straight to Brooke, and we'll have a disaster on our hands.
You got that right. Now, look, Steve, I'm going to lay it on the line. Don't get creative. You stay away from Karen, you stay away from Connor. Your job is to get close to Brooke, to bring her into the fold, to get her close to the family. Now, if something develops between the two of you that eliminates Connor Davis from her life, all the better.
Okay, I got it. I was just trying to make the best...
Look, I know what you were trying to do. You were trying to help, but don't do that. There's way too much at stake. You just do what I tell you, all right? It's bad enough that my oldest son is out of control. I don't want you both going over the edge.
What's the status on Ridge?
Sending him to Monte Carlo for a meeting.
Have you told him?
Yes, I told him. He doesn't like it, but he's going. I have to get him out of here.
He's way too involved with Brooke. I don't think he understands the danger she represents.
Every time they get together, it scares me to death. Ridge is convinced that if he sits down with her, he'll be able to convince her to sign over the rights to belief, but I'm not sure. I don't know, Steve. Maybe that's what we should have done here. Be a lot less complex, that's for sure.
And if Ridge is wrong?
If Ridge is wrong, she'll end up owning belief and this whole company.
Exactly. It's too risky. We cannot tell Brooke, not yet. She has to be brought more into line first.
And that's exactly what you're going to do over the next 7 days. That's how much time you have. 1 week. If you don't get something going with her in this next week, I'm going to call this whole thing off. I'm going to sit down with her. I'm going to tell her all about the belief pattern problem, all right? I do not want her finding out about this from somebody like Connor Davis. All right, now you get going, and you get this thing done in 1 week before Ridge gets back.
Ridge, I hate seeing you this way.
Look, I'm gonna go away for a few days.
Where?
Monte Carlo. Dad's sending me off to this East-West meeting. Frankly, it's probably coming at a good time.
Maybe it is. Taylor's going to want to start a family pretty soon.
Yeah, I know.
So what are you going to do?
Logan,
Ridge, I know it's none of my business, but it really is. I mean, if you're going to have another baby,
and that's a very real possibility.
then it would be the end for us.
Logan, the end for us was last year when I got married.
Well, then, if that's what you believe, maybe you should have a child with Taylor. But your marriage wasn't a commitment to Taylor. It was a commitment to your father. You and I both feel the same way about each other as we always have felt. And you know that as well as I do. But, Ridge, if you have that baby with Taylor, you're never going to leave her. And I wouldn't want you to. Because children should always be with their parents. And it makes no difference if it's Taylor and you or you and me. The child should be with its mother and its father. And that's why I strongly believe that we should be together. Because we already have a baby, Ridge. We have a beautiful baby girl. And we love her as much as we love each other. She deserves to have you. Will you do something for me? And if you can't do it for me, will you do it for Bridget?
What?
Make a decision. When you go to Europe alone, make a decision, Ridge. Whether it's going to be me or whether it's going to be Taylor. I mean, you delayed it long enough. There are children involved. Ours, and possibly yours and Taylor's, if that's what you choose to do. Sweetheart, you've waited long enough. But I have to move on. And whether it's going to be with Steve or with Connor or with somebody else, I don't want to raise my baby alone. I want a husband. And I want you to be my husband. But if you can't do that, then I want you to tell me once and for all when you get back from Europe. Just say that you'll do that for me. Say that you'll do that for Bridget.
All right, Logan. All right, I'll do that.